You say with the few words in the silences. No story.
Hey, Mom?
No past.
You always told me to make
No
myself the
China.
best person I could be.
You only look and talk
You always
Chinese.
said that I was so blessed
There are
with
no
the life that I
photographs of
had,
you in
and that in
Chinese
every
clothes,
way,
nor
I had
against
it better
Chinese
than you did.
landscapes.
But what
Did you
kind of
cut
life
your
did you
pigtail
really
to show your
have?
support for the
I've
Republic?
read books about
Or have you
immigrants,
always been
but yet in
American?
so many ways,
Do you mean
the
to give
characters
us a
don't
chance
seem
at
to
being
relate
real
to you.
Americans by forgetting
So
the
who are
Chinese
you
past?
really? What is your story? As a child, I lived for a long time in the countryside without my parents really watching me. Oftentimes, my parents did not stay with us because my dad had to go to work every day, and my mom was always sick. She had to live with her own parents because my father did not have the time to take care of her, and this resulted in my sisters and I living by ourselves for a large portion of time. Even if my mother came to live with us, she couldn't even take care of herself, so how could she take care of us? And as a result, no one really took care of us. You are a man who enjoys plants and the weather. It's raining, you said in English and in Chinese when the California drought broke. It's raining. You made us inordinately happy saying a simple thing like that. It rains. What I want from you is for you to tell me that those curses are only common Chinese sayings, that you did not mean to make me sicken at being female. Those were only sayings I want you to say to me. I didn't mean you or your mother. I didn't mean your sisters or grandmothers or women in general. I want to be able to rely on you, who inked each piece of our own laundry with the word center, to find out how we landed in a country where we are eccentric people. My father would sometimes tell us that my mother really wanted a boy because in China, boys are considered better than girls. That's why my mom had a third child. The result was still a girl, though. And furthermore, as the middle child, I always felt that I was the worst off. The first child would be treasured by the parents since they are the firstborn. And the youngest child was also loved. Both of my sisters got to spend a lot more time living with either of my parents. But for me, I was always the one who was sent to daycare centers to live for the week, often by myself. Especially in my case, where all the children were the same gender, the middle child seemed not as important. You were treated unfairly. On New Year's Eve, you phoned the time lady and listened to her tell the minutes and seconds, then adjust all the clocks in the house so their hands reach midnight together. You must like listening to the time lady because she is a recording you don't have to talk to. Also, she distinctly names the present moment, never slipping into the past or sliding into the future. You fix yourself in the present, but I want to hear the stories about the rest of your life, the Chinese stories. I want to know what makes you scream and curse, and what you're thinking when you say nothing, and why when you do talk, you talk differently from Mother. I don't like looking at the past to try and change what can't be changed anymore. Instead, I want to look toward the future to change what still can be changed. I take after Mama. We have peasant minds. We see a stranger's tick and ascribe motives. I'll tell you what I suppose from your silences in few words, and you can tell me that I'm mistaken. You'll just have to speak up with the real stories if I've got you wrong.